Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. We are here with the Coin Bureau team over at Token 2049, and we've got a couple of questions to ask from the Coin Bureau team. We are here at the Tangem booth, so we've got a lot of things happening behind the scenes. But first question that I want to kind of ask you, just some general advice for people behind the scenes is, so when you came into crypto for the first time, what's a rookie mistake that you made that you wish you've never made?
Oh man, that's definitely got to be losing my seed phrase, right? You know, and it was a tortuous experience, right? Knowing that those seed phrases were the difference between me and me ever accessing my crypto again. So that was a rookie mistake. You know, you never lose your seed phrase. And I also, the worst part about it was there's only one or two words that I lost, and that determines everything, right? So we had to go through a whole process because you got to try and brute force it, and it was just a nightmare. So biggest rookie mistake.
Absolutely. So that's something that we never want to repeat again. So obviously we do have some solutions behind the scenes for that. So what's your favorite crypto tech stack? So maybe something they use every single day that would be of benefit to everybody else.
I definitely use a number of different web wallets. So I use the Phantom, I use the MetaMask, and then obviously I connect this to different kinds of hardware wallets because I want to secure it and make sure that obviously hot wallets are nowhere near as secure as having your keys on a hardware device. So I like to use it and connect it through like a Tangem or any other sorts of hardware wallets through my hot wallets like my MetaMask. I use MetaMask more regularly, even though I think Phantom is well up faster, but I use MetaMask because Ethereum. I'm mostly on Ethereum these days.
Well, we definitely like different kinds of wallets. We're not going to be one of those teams that goes, oh no, it has to be one single tool and that's all. How would you describe the future of crypto security?
I think the most important thing is making it easy and accessible for newbies to get on board, right? When you think about it, the whole idea of setting up a hardware wallet, first of all, the whole concept of self-custody is very important for newbies and beginners to come into the space to understand. It's quite easy to just go and create an exchange account and leave your funds on an exchange, and you newbies do that because it's just like what they know. But the whole concept of self-custody has to become a lot more accessible and easy for people to appreciate and understand why they've got to self-custody their coins. And then I think making it as easy as possible to take their own keys offline into a hardware device. And that's the most important thing, because I think right now it's still quite a daunting prospect of having to think about writing down a seed phrase. You can't lose it, store it in a safe place. It has to be on a physical paper. Don't store it in a digital form. All that kind of stuff is a barrier. So the future to crypto security is not only most importantly securing everything in terms of the keys in a device, but also in a way that's easy for newbies to get on board.
People get discouraged commonly when it comes to the crypto space. Like, it's a very intimidating space to be in sometimes. What would you recommend to people so that they always have this feeling of keeping going and never giving up? So what's something that motivates you that you want to pass on to our viewers?
I think what motivates me most importantly is like understanding as much as possible. I find it's try to learn as much as possible, right? Because if you just come into the space to think I'm going to make a lot of money, it's very fleeting because markets go up, markets go down. But if you're trying to understand and appreciate why crypto is such a transformative technology and why you understanding that and learning as much as possible, the learning curve is always increasing no matter how long you've been in the space. I've been in it for now like 6-7 years, and every single day there's something new to learn and discover. And you really do appreciate, once you've been in the space for that amount of time, that there is nothing else that can compete with it in terms of the traditional financial system. So that's what's motivating. And despite the vagaries of the market, don't always look at your portfolio, don't refresh CoinMarketCap. Take a look at what's really happening on the ground, what's being built, and all the interesting technology that people are developing right now in the crypto space.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's conferences like this that you meet the people who are actually building things behind the scenes, and it's very, very fun to see all the change, all the growth. But for you as the person who's watching this and you're actually in the trenches, so to speak, you got to remember to just see the big, long picture and just keep a positive mindset going forward, because, you know, the space is new and it is in flux. But we here behind the scenes love building products for you. So Tangem and Coin Bureau, we love meeting people where they're at. So any final parting words?
The future is decentralized, you know, and I think if you guys are at Token 2049, come around and see the booths and see Tangem as well and see what's happening, because I think that once you see people who have this passion for crypto IRL like you do, you get that renewed sense of optimism. So yeah, the future is decentralized, the future is bright, the future is perfect.